that the construction that we're doing on my house is solely on me and Craig. It has nothing to do with CPS. And Granny actually freaking so stupidly kind of debunks herself in a minute, because she's going to say, well, even they were talking about remodeling a long time ago. Yeah, because it's been... Well, I live in an older house. You don't stop fixing it up. Anybody that knows what living in an older house is like, you're constantly doing work on that year round. You don't stop. Now they're going to say the walls were peeling. I know, right? even though they're not, they never were. I'm just making a point. Oh, God. Oh, wait. So this is GW not speaking on... Oh, Natalie, it's awful. War Eagle, you got to see War Eagle. This woman, she has talked about me every single day. This is GW not speaking on Brent for 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. Just wanted to make sure everyone knows, because she doesn't ever talk about Brent, right? I bet if she doesn't talk about me, I won't talk about her. Well, I haven't talked about you, and you're still going. You have a nice house. It's a Tudor, right? Lots used in filming in LA. You walk down the street and see them being used for films. I'm not sure what you're saying, IML. I don't know, but I'll tell you this. The two caseworkers that came, both were freaking in love with it. Like, it's so funny. Like, they talk about how bad my house is and all this shit, and like the caseworkers freaking complimented me on it like crazy. They liked it. Freaking idiots.
Oh, the night, the yard work, all of that. I mean, it was obvious.
Not obvious.
Were they, like, that's the question I have to people. Like, was she going to do this before the internet and everything started calling her out? Or was she just going to stay and wallow in her shithole and let her kids?
There was no wallowing in our shithole. We were already working on it before CPS. But keep defaming me, BTM. You know, you're so knowledgeable about the law and all that, right? But you sure are committing defamation like a mofo right now.
Stay in that type of in that environment. That's the question.
Anyway, it's not beats him, because years ago, Brittany had a kid slip, and this is where everybody, especially Natasha Cooper, highlighted that you could see literal roach shit all over the cabinets. I've shown the photos here before. Anyhow, when that happened, Brittany told everybody that the only reason it went that way is because they were renovating their kitchen. And I remember we did a stream calling it out, because you're saying you're renovating your kitchen, but you had Gladys, who was a moderator at the time, sending Brittany money because her kids bought something off David that took from her credit card, because her kids bought something off David that took from her credit card. She didn't have the money in it. So I said, how?
This girl is so obsessed with me. She is so obsessed with me that she's hung up on an ex-mod of mine that was with me 3 years ago. An ex-mod was with me 3 years ago. She sent $50 to me because my son had bought like a bunch of games online, and it put my card in the negative, and Gladys sent me $50. Would you guys remember that? Like, is there like, if this doesn't prove how obsessed Granny is, I don't know what else could. You're talking about an original mod of mine from 3 years ago sending me $50, and Granny still remembers and sits on that for my child's game. Girl, chill move on. This chick knows what this chick knows what roach shit looks like. Interesting. I have no idea what roach. I've never heard of that, and I don't either. I don't know what the hell it looks like, and I'm still fucking. What she's talking about was fucking old cabinets on a back porch. Old cabinets on a back fucking porch that I was standing on. And I did say, we're renovating the house, and I'm going to redo my kitchen and stuff, and I can't wait because, you know, I'm going to freaking. At the time, I was like, I'm going to record it and show y'all, but I wouldn't do that shit now after how psycho everybody is. But Granny's mixing shit together. Roach shit, you fucking bastards. Ugh. Funny enough, one of the very first CPS call that was made, they said that there was roach shit and rat. They said I don't cook dinner for my kids, and I don't cook because there's roach shit and rat shit 2 inches thick on top of my stove. And then after that, they told the CPS worker they've never seen my house. So, whatever. Anyway.
How the fuck are you renovating kitchens when you're asking for gas money and this money and that money? And then I said, because you live with Craig's father, which is denied. Or she lied even about that.
Yeah, now we know.
So the kitchen was supposedly being renovated years ago.
Why you so obsessed with me, girl? I want to know. Who's obsessed with who? You hear me talking about her personal life? Hear me talking about her kids? You hear me talking about Granny's finances? Do you hear me talking about Granny's house? Do you hear me talking about what Granny ate last week? Do you hear me talking about anything about her? Nope, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I wish I never knew her. I love that you never correct them. That's the porch, not your kitchen. She repeats it over and over and over. Yeah, she does. Let her. Go ahead. Go ahead, girl.
We saw like little roach shit. Like, but something like that, you would have to tear down the entire fucking shelves and replace.
But CPS came to my house and let my kids stay. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? You're saying that I have a house that my kitchen is covered in roach feces, and CPS has came and left my kids in that house. How many of you believe that? Do you think for 1 minute CPS is going to come in my house so infested with roaches, according to these people, there's roach shit everywhere, they're going to leave my kids and they're going to deem it safe?